welcome to your Monday. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Brand new week, and we are so ready to share it with all of you. Let's go kickstart your Monday with good vibes, great company, and unstoppable energy.
Happy Monday, I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime's a good time because it's always more fun with us. Join us for the next hour and a half for stories and conversations that matter. It's been such a rainy morning. I woke up this morning and I was so scared to go outside.
I actually had a hard time driving here because some parts of Commonwealth and Quezon City Circle, they were flooded.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had to drive really slow.
Did you have a hard time, Pao?
Parang ibang mundo yung South.
Ewan ko! It's
It was
really
crazy this
different.
morning.
I mean, like it was rainy, but no flooding, no traffic.
Yeah.
No.
The rains were really heavy.
Yeah.
Quezon City area.
No, it was literally so
So
scary
embarrassed.
this
Guys, the
morning.
South is a different time zone. And yung feeling
Yeah,
ko-
you're another
feeling ko,
continent.
ibang-iba.
I know.
But then sometimes minsan kasi, it's the other way around.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
it rains
actually.
hard in the south and all of that. But then, yeah, I mean, like it's another rainy start of the week. But then also, it was a busy weekend for a lot of people also.
Congratulations to you! You accomplished your first 10K! We're so
Oh,
proud
wow.
of you! I know! Oh, wow! We're so proud of you, Pao!
Wow!
First 10K!
I am so dinala talaga yung medal niya.
Syempre, you have to be proud of that.
Ooh, I mean, like,
Wow.
it was an okay weekend.
Bigat, Pao. Kaya palang bigat mo today. Bigat ng
Bigat, I
medal
feel
mo.
lighter nga eh because of this eh. What are you talking
Because of
about?
all the sweat, the water.
Yeah, but it was nice kasi I ran into a lot of friends of the show. Aya Fernandez from Iko Uling was there also.
Nice.
Hannah Pangilinan was the one who came up with the run. And I even ran into Tito Mikey Reyes, Erica D of the SBP, all these other people and celebrities. When I looked through it, ang dami pa ng tao na nandun.
Where was this held?
In Vermosa.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
in Vermosa. So, it's nice because the running is I wouldn't say it's a fad, but it's a growing community.
How was
talaga.
it though,
It
Pao?
is.
How was your run?
It
Did
was
you
good.
PR?
It was my first 10K, so it's automatic PR na yan. So, but it was my first 10K, and like literally this morning, like first getting ready for the show, I was looking for ano yung susunod kong takbo.
Yeah.
I was like, ganun level na.
It is,
Like,
it is.
It's interesting.
It is.
Are you gonna do a
It is.
21K?
Not yet. No, but I'm looking at a 16K in September.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
As a runner.
Where's this?
There's a run happening in UPLB.
I'll be
Ang
cheering you
layo,
on.
oh my gosh.
Okay lang yan, travel.
Oh, Nalalayuan na nga ako sa Vermosa eh.
I don't even know where that is.
It's in
Somewhere
Molino,
in Cavite, right?
Oh, that's near you.
Yeah, it's near me. It's not a
sakto.
problem.
Yeah, but that's far from Anne and
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
but apart from me having a busy weekend, okay, are you a fan of LA Tenorio? Like, you've met LA Tenorio before, right?
Okay, listen.
I'm
you
sure
know
you
how
have.
how I met him because I butchered his name.
Okay.
When I first moved here from the US, I said LA Tenorio.
Oh.
Tenorio!
May mga Tenorio sa
Sorry.
States. Anyway, the reason why we're mentioning it is because like he is bringing life to all of the titos out there. Yung mga grabe yung game winner niya yesterday.
congrats.
Yesterday for Barangay Nebra. We'll talk a bit about that later. Of course, a lot of sports news, but of course, we also have Zoom guests coming in later on.
Yeah, Anne was actually super excited for our first guest. She thought they were going to be live and bringing her cats. That's
I know.
all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but one of the rescues is also a wild boar eh. Paano kung
A
hindi niya...
wild
I know,
boar,
it's
that's
cool.
crazy.
What if they didn't bring the cat pero dala nila wild boar?
I would honestly have loved to see the wild boar
Yeah, me
here
too.
in the studio.
That would be so interesting.
Wait,
Pero wild siya
what's
eh.
boar in
Siguro
Tagalog?
hindi na siya
What's
wild
boar
boar.
in
Ano nga ba
Tagalog?
Tagalog ng wild boar?
Baboy.
What do you guys-
Yun ba
Baboy.
yung ano?
Baboy damo.
Baboy damo. Baboy
Seryoso yun.
damo. Baboy
Like, so
damo.
Yeah.
grass? The translation is
Baboy damo. Like
Or
a wild
grass
boar.
pig.
Yeah,
Like a-
that's what they call it in Tagalog. The
Yeah.
baboy
Baboy
damo.
damo.
But I'm
Yeah.
sure it's not wild anymore because, you know,
It's tamed. It's a
adopted,
tamed boar.
So ano na siya, baboy na lang.
Boar na lang. Baby boar.
Of course, we'll also have an ophthalmologist later.
Yes.
How's your eyesight?
not so good.
Yeah, no,
But
listen,
I can
we
see
all
you.
know Anne's eyesight is not good because she changed her Instagram handle and she spelled her own last
Yeah,
name wrong.
but I can see you, Pao.
This segment is for her.
Yeah.
But I
Yes.
actually have to go to my eye doctor, so this is a good
is
reminder.
perfect. Oo.
I am so
It's
late.
something that I feel a lot of Filipinos take for granted. You know, yung
Eye
eyesight
health.
nila.
But that's the
Yeah,
scariest
yeah.
part. Like that's my
That's
worst
true.
fear
Yeah,
is to have.
so far I've been blessed. I think I've had like the worst I've had was 2050.
Sarap.
2550. That's the worst I've ever had.
Hmm.
But in terms of like in grade, but then correctable naman. But at the same time, also I'm excited because may package si Monique mamaya.
I know.
May
One
package
of
siya
many
from her.
package.
Can we roll the Tagalog version, please?
There's no Tagalog version.
Like, can we? If
There's no
there's a
Tagalog
Tagalog
version of your package?
None yet. None yet.
Wala
I have to
pa.
translate
Okay.
it pa.
Kasi
So
may
maybe
Tagalog.
later.
Kasi nagtagalog si Mo for that event.
I
eh.
love your outfit.
Thank you. Oh my gosh,
Ang
I'm obsessed
ganda.
with that
Ang
outfit.
sobrang ganda.
Sobrang ganda.
I had to emphasize, okay? Super ganda. It's so ganda. That's the emphasis. How do you emphasize ba maganda in Tagalog?
Sobrang ganda.
Sobrang ganda.
Yeah, exactly. May bago na akong phrase.
Oh my gosh. But then again, I think you'll be on agenda later on as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Surprise ba yun for everybody?
No.
Surprise!
No.
I think people already know.
No, well,
I
in
don't
office they
think
do.
so.
But then for those who don't have enough of Monique Tuzon sa umaga, go watch her tonight
Get
as well
ready,
sa
I'll be
agenda.
bringing sunshine to you now, morning and night. I don't think Manila is
Sunshine
ready
at
for that.
nighttime?
Sunshine at night.
Oh,
Pwede
ako
ba
yung
yan?
sun.
Why not?
I'll be the brightness
No,
in this
kasi
gloom
yung
night.
kagandahan dyan, the fact that she's in agenda, we're all going to join her in her journey in terms of learning the Filipino language.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Actually,
true.
just give me a few
Every
months.
month, mag-i-improve. Dapat si Mo.
Dapat lang.
Yeah, I
Kung
keep
hindi,
telling you,
baka
you'll
mawala
get
pa
used
siya.
to it. You'll get used to it. And then pretty soon, it just comes naturally.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So watch agenda, guys. I'll be there tonight and every night,
I'm gonna have to
bringing
take
you
this off in a bit.
beautiful
I'm
sun.
gonna have to take this off in a bit. Pero siguro while we talk about the traffic situation, kasi you mentioned it was bad.
That's what let's see.
It was, and people were driving slow this morning because of the flooding in some areas in Quezon City. But right now, let's check out the situation in major roads at this hour. Let's take a look at EDSA White Plains. On the left side of your screens are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard, already looking busy this morning. We're seeing moderate to heavy traffic already building up on that stretch. Opposite lane, right side are for vehicles going to Cubao. Light traffic on that area. Now, here's a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. Let's take a look on our screens. This morning's traffic situation. Are we going to switch? There you go. Oh, as you can see, left side are vehicles heading to Pasay City. It is going to be a steady crawl for you guys. Heavy traffic already on that lane. Opposite side, no problem. As of this hour, those are the vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Now, the expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Monday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 1 and 2 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Good news for motorists. We can expect another round of rollback in fuel prices this week. The Energy Department says there will be a price cut of over 1 peso a liter for gasoline products, around 50 centavos for gasoline, and about 80 centavos per liter for kerosene. One of the reasons behind the projected price cut is the gradual easing of tensions in the Middle East. Now let's find out what the weather's going to be like this Monday. Paolo has today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Paolo.
Thanks so much, Mo. Let's take a look at the local weather because as of 11 p.m. yesterday, Typhoon Bising re-entered the Philippine Air of Responsibility and made landfall over the southwestern part of Taiwan. Now, this happened at around 11:50 p.m. Now, by 3 a.m. today, the center of the Typhoon Bising was located approximately 385 kilometers northwest of Itbayat in Batanes. Now, Typhoon Bising has a maximum sustained winds of 130 kilometers per hour near the center and gusts reaching up to 180 kilometers per hour. Now, it is currently moving northeastward at a speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Although it remains in the Philippine Area Responsibility, it is too far to cause any direct effects on the country. However, it is enhancing the southwest monsoon coming in over here. Now, this southwest monsoon is still currently influencing the country as well. It will cause occasional rains and thunderstorms that can be expected in the Ilocos region, Zambales, and Bataan in particular. Meanwhile, Cagayan Valley, the Cordillera Administrative Region, and the rest of Central Luzon, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Western Visayas, the Negros Island region, the Zamboanga Peninsula, and Barm will continue to experience cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. The rest of the country will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. Now, Pag-asa has also issued a heavy rainfall alert due to the southwest monsoon. Now, moderate to heavy rainfall is expected over on Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, and Pangasinan. Now, tomorrow, moderate to heavy rains will continue to affect Ilocos Norte. Rainfall amounts may be higher in mountainous and elevated areas. Now, previous heaviest rains may worsen the impact in certain locations. Now, residents of the said areas are advised to keep monitoring the local weather updates and follow instructions from your local authorities. Stay safe and stay prepared. Now, over on to our coastal waters. Let's check out the conditions there. Currently, Pag-asa has issued a gale warning for the northern seaboard of northern Luzon, specifically affecting the Batanes area. Now, sea conditions range from moderate to rough, with wave heights that may reach up to 4 meters. Now, over the western section of central Luzon and other areas in northern Luzon, you can expect light to moderate winds, which could generate waves between 1.5 to 2.8 meters. Fisherfolk and those traveling by sea are strongly urged not to venture out to sea, as Typhoon Bising combined with the southwest monsoon may lead to rougher waters and taller waves. Now, due to the persistent bad weather, up north, in-person classes have been suspended in multiple areas for today, July 7, 2025. Classes in all levels, both public and private, are suspended over in Ilocos Sur, Aringay, La Union, Bawang, La Union, Aguilar, Pangasinan, Lingayen, Pangasinan, Sual, Pangasinan, Umingan, Pangasinan, Masinloc, Zambales, Palawig, Zambales. Now, classes for kindergarten to grade 12, public and private, are canceled in the following areas: Binmalay in Pangasinan and over in Ilocos Norte. Lastly, classes from daycare to senior high school, public and private, are suspended over in Basista in Pangasinan. That is it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao, for that weather update. Now on to our top stories this morning. Various government agencies have reported readiness for Typhoon Bising and any other natural disasters. The DSWD stated that it has 3 billion pesos on standby for disaster relief, with 3 million pesos worth of supplies already pre-positioned for quick deployment. Meanwhile, the Philippine National Police reports that it is ready to assist the public with additional emergency equipment prepared for any eventuality. Lastly, the Coast Guard is on heightened alert to maintain security and safety in our coastal waters, while other branches of the armed forces are prepared for rapid response operations should they be needed.
President Bongbong Marcos says the selling of 20 pesos per kilo of rice will proceed. In his vlog, PBBM says that even those from the vulnerable sectors can avail of the commodity. The president also clarified speculations that the prices of rice will go down alongside the price of palay.
Hindi po totoo yan. Meron po tayong minimum buying price. Ang NFA ay bibili ng basa na palay sa 18 pesos. Yung dried na palay mula 19 hanggang 23 pesos. Kahit ano pa ang maging presyo ng bigas, hindi po bababa dito ang pagbili ng NFA sa palay mula sa ating mga magsasaka. Di lamang po sa Kadiwa stores may 20 peso rice, kundi pati na rin sa mga palengke natin. Parami na ang ating mga location. At hindi lang po ito pop-up stall na mawawala naman pagkatapos na masimulan. Tuloy-tuloy na po ito.
Senator Erwin Tulfo denies relation with the witness in the missing Sabongero case. This comes after a photo of the senator with witness alias Brown made rounds on social media. Tulfo clarifies he does not know Atong Ang's former personnel. A photo earlier surfaced on the online site politico.com showing alias Brown with businessman Art Ataide, the father of Quezon City Congressman Arjo Ataide. The senator explained, as a politician, he can't say no to taking photos with people.
Allegations of torture and murder now surround the Philippine National Police following a revelation from Julie Patidongan, alias Totoy, who claimed police officers were behind the deaths of missing cockfighters. The National Police Commission is calling for immediate action to address the issue, urging alias Totoy to file an administrative complaint.
Kung hawak man nga ng PNP itong si alias Totoy, sabi dun sa news, at kung meron ng ibang affidavits yung mga kamag-anak na maaring hawak na ng DOJ, wag sanang kalimutan, ulitin ko sa lahat ng mga nasa gobyerno, wag sanang kalimutan na i-file ang kaso sa National Police Commission at si alias Totoy mag-file dito.
While the PNP refused to comment further, they did say they are cooperating with other agencies. The Department of Justice has earlier said that 15 police officers are currently in restrictive custody in connection with the disappearances.
17 candidates are vying to be the next ombudsman of the Philippines. This includes Justice Secretary Boying Remulla, who is a known ally of President Bongbong Marcos. Also on the list, Supreme Court Associate Justice Samuel Gerlan, who boasts a long career in judiciary from RTC to the SC in 2020. Retired Justice Mario Lopez is also among the candidates, as well as Kim Jacinto Henares, who served as BIR Commissioner during Pinoy's term. The Bar Council will screen all 17 of these names as part of the constitutional process of choosing the ombudsman. The ombudsman's term lasts for 7 years without reappointment and is tasked to investigate and file graft, plunder, and code of conduct cases against erring officials.
Senators Bam Aquino and Kiko Pangilinan may join the majority bloc in the 20th Congress. This according to Senate Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada. While both are known opposition figures, their possible entry could give them committee chairs aligned with their expertise. More than 13 senators have already expressed support for Chis Escudero to stay as Senate President, enough to form a majority. The final makeup of Senate blocs is expected to unfold on President Marcos' State of the Nation address on July 28.
Senator Risa Hontiveros has encouraged a joining of forces for 2028. According to the senator, unity among her allied political parties needs to be prioritized for the coming elections. She adds that now is the time to form a solid candidate slate using the lessons learned from past elections that can not only fight but win in 2028.
In world news, a catastrophic flood in Texas has claimed 69 lives Sunday, while 41 others are missing. Among the most devastating impacts of the flooding occurred at Mystic Summer Camp, where 21 children were killed and 11 girls went missing. The flooding occurred when the nearby Guadalupe River broke its banks after torrential rain fell in the central Texas area July 4th. The dispute between Republican President Donald Trump and his main campaign financier, Elon Musk, took another fractious turn over the weekend. That's after the space and automotive billionaire announced the formation of a new political party called America Party. Musk and Trump's close ties showed cracks when Big Beautiful Bill was pushed in legislation. Musk thinks the tax cut bill, now a signed law, would bankrupt America. Trump earlier this week threatened to cut off billions of dollars in subsidies that Musk companies receive from the federal government. Musk, on the other hand, said he would start a political party and spend money to unseat lawmakers who supported the bill.
Over in sports, the TNT Tropang 5G is off to the big stage, the PBA Philippine Cup Finals. The Grand Slam-seeking team disposed of the Rain and Shine Alaska Painters in Game 6 Sunday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Best player of the game, Jordan Heading, led the Tropang 5G with 29 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. TNT wins the semi-series 4-2. They'll wait the winner of the other semi-series between Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and the San Miguel Beermen. Now, speaking of that, in the first game, Ginebra extended their series with a heart-stopping victory over SMB 88-87. The Teniente LA Tenorio showcases brilliance by knocking down this game-winning 3. Game 7 is on Wednesday, July 9. In the NBA, Kevin Durant is headed to Houston from Phoenix officially. And it didn't take just one or even two teams. It took seven teams to get him to his next destination. Media reports say among the teams that took part in the historic deal include the Brooklyn Nets, the Golden State Warriors, the Atlanta Hawks, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Rockets have welcomed Durant on their social media pages. Now, aside from KD, Houston is also adding veteran Clint Capella, who is returning to H-Town after 5 seasons in Atlanta. Meanwhile, over in tennis, Novak Djokovic continues to rewrite history at Wimbledon. The Serbian sensation defeated his compatriot Miomir Kecmanovic in 3 sets for his 100th victory at the Grass Court Classic. Djokovic is chasing a record-extending 25th Grand Slam title over in Wimbledon. Up next for Joker is Australia's Alex de Minaur.
Now in entertainment, Jurassic World Rebirth takes a big bite out of the box office. In the latest series that began with Spielberg's Jurassic Park, it has earned $318 million globally since it released last week. Director Gareth Edwards brings the Titanic monsters to life alongside stars Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey in the latest series reset for the franchise. Lorde is back and bigger than ever as her new album Virgin debuts at number 2 on the Billboard 200. The album moved 71,000 units in its first week, driven by a massive 31,000 vinyl sales, including multiple signed editions that fans snapped up. Virgin also topped the album sales chart and outperformed her last release, Solar Power, in both sales and streaming numbers. In a recent post on Instagram, Lorde said she felt moved, twisted, and torn by the welcome Virgin has received so far, adding that seeing her treasures become fans, treasures felt crazy.
Meanwhile, the biggest acts in rock and metal gathered in Birmingham, England to honor the founding fathers of heavy metal, Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. The pioneering band returned to their home of Aston for the one-off charity gig Back to the Beginning at Villa Park Stadium. The concert also reunited Sabbath's original lineup for the first time in 20 years. Among the star-studded acts that took the stage include Metallica and Guns N' Roses. The emotional show was billed as Osbourne's last performance 5 years after he publicly revealed his Parkinson's diagnosis.
Now, speaking of music, it's not every day that you get an A-lister to join a mosh pit at a rock show. But that's what Jason Momoa did, channeling his inner rock star during Black Sabbath's farewell gig. Now, take a look at this. The Aquaman actor exited the stage and then made his way to the pit to join the metalheads during the set of the iconic American metal band, Pantera. Now, Momoa served as the host of the historic one-off gig in Birmingham over the weekend. Now, Momoa is known for his love of music and even dabbles as a musician when he is not busy with his projects on the big screen. I mean, not every day you get to do that.
How cool is that? I would love to be in the mosh pit and then Aquaman just comes next to me.
Know,
That's
right?
so cool.
No, what I really enjoy about Jason Momoa, because even when he was here in the Philippines, I think he was promoting Aquaman actually.
Yeah.
He was all over the place. Like he loves being with the crowd. He loves crowd work.
Yeah.
And for me,
Such a
it's
fun
not a
person.
surprise. It's not a surprise that he did that.
This is just like Ferdy's story when Jason Momoa was with him in the first class section of a plane. Yeah, I think he was sitting right next to Jason Momoa, so it was like, wow, Ferdy rubbing elbows
Are
with
they
Jason
friends?
Momoa.
No?
I think Ferdy's friends with everyone, even Jason
Yes.
Momoa, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Why not?
But honestly, Pao, I have a quick question lang.
Sure.
How's your medal? Is it okay? Kanina ka pa.
What?
Direct, can we zoom in on Pao? He's
Just
gonna
wear
pose
it.
daw muna
You
with
know,
his
just
medal.
wear it.
kasi
I
can't wear it during
he's
the
so
show.
proud.
Yeah, why not?
Kanina
Kasi
pa
nag-news
siya.
ako eh. Kasi diba seryoso tayo sa news.
Ayan
Okay?
na, breaking
Oh,
news.
later.
Paolo del Rosario completes
Ay,
at
nako,
10.
Oh,
wait
now,
lang.
tapos na yung news. You can wear it
Wow.
now.
Wow.
There
do
you
we
go.
have do we have like a winning champion parang march song that we can play
Of course
while
not.
you're
No, you gotta do the pre-prod before that.
Buti na lang talaga our color today was blue. O, di ba? It
Oo,
matches
even
your
your
medal.
medal
Kaya hindi
matches.
ako, hindi ako nag-complain sa color scheme natin.
Nag-heart ka nga agad. Diba? Okay. He likes the
Ano ba?
colors. Okay.
Finisher.
Congratulations,
Buti
Pa.
na
We're
lang,
so
tumakbo
proud
ako,
of
lumit
you.
yung tiyan ko. Nag-zoom in sa tiyan eh. Woo! Pressure
So
ako doon.
that's all it takes pala. Just one run.
pressure
One
ako
10K
doon.
Sige, I'm
run.
gonna join nga 10K. Baka then my tummy will get smaller.
No.
Sige, I'll join you.
No, it was so funny because when I was running and then I ran into Mikey Reyes, Tito Mikey Reyes, and then because he's into running right now, he came with a team. Like he had like a couple, like he had a coach, a pacer, and then they were all running with him. When he was starting to pass me, I talked to him for like a good 10-15 seconds before he went on. And I'm thinking like, grabe, like when people are into running, it's another level. It's like in community nila and then the coaching and then what they do, yung science behind it, ibang level. So I mean, like congrats to all of the runners and those who take it seriously, those starting, and yeah, I hope to see these two run soon.
We'll be in
I
your
always
team
run. What are you
soon.
saying?
No, as a race. Do you race?
I do the virtual races.
No, do a real race.
Yeah,
By virtual races?
Yeah, you can join a virtual
Oh, so
race
sa
and then
treadmill
you
ka lang?
run at your own
She doesn't like people
schedule.
kasi.
No, that's
she's not
not
a people
true.
She doesn't like
person.
people, so sabi niya,
No,
okay.
Kasi everybody recognizes Anne, so ayaw niya daw magpa-picture sa mga fans niya while she's
Whatever,
running.
guys. But it's so convenient because it started during the pandemic when they had these virtual races. So now I still join.
Hindi na pandemya.
Oh, hindi na nga. But it's okay.
Tumakbo ka na!
Ang saya!
Do you get medals for the virtual race?
Yeah,
you
you
should
do.
bring them. Virtual
I
medals
was gonna
din
take
pala.
a picture. I joined the latest Run Rio race and then I finished 40K. But you don't
Wow,
finish it in one
40K.
run. Yun ang benefit nung nung advantage nung virtual run. So you run at your own schedule and at your
1K
own
for
pace.
40 days. Kaya ko yan.
No, 10K. 10K for 1 week pwede, di ba? But it's nice. Congratulations. Was there ever a point during your run na parang, oh my God, kaya ko pa ba?
No naman. Only because... No, actually, for me, it was a reminder of how old I am. Kasi,
Bakit?
no, kasi dati I would be able to, like when I used to really play football, I can do 90 minutes with sprinting and no problem.
Yeah,
As in,
yes.
like, wala. Like even afterwards, I can still run and do whatever. Pero ngayon, ito,
Hingal
10K
ka
lang,
na.
medyo
But did you run the whole
afterwards,
time?
ang sarap humiga. And all, like, iba. So, I mean, like, it's a reminder of age.
Did
But
you run by the whole time or did you run walk?
No, I mean, like, for me, it's stop-start. The first 5K was strong, and then the second half
You
wasn't
pace
as
It's
yourself.
okay.
Self-care.
The most important
Yeah.
thing is that you finish.
yeah,
So we're all
yes.
proud of you,
Woo!
Pao Pao.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah.
And now you can
Kayo rin, guys.
put your
Kayo rin.
medal
Yeah.
away because,
because
we're moving on
stop.
now.
Yeah, we should. I want to
Because-
move on kanina pa eh.
Whatever, kanina ka pa flexing your medal while
I
reading
wasn't.
the
It was
news.
off the table. I wasn't doing anything.
Whatever. Well, anyway, guys, we have something fun coming up because a safe space for animal rescues, that's the mission of our next guest, as she takes care of hundreds of rescues and not just limited to cats and dogs. We have, what is it? A baboy damo also. The cat house owner, Arizza Dungca, will join us live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. You're still watching. It's a beautiful day. A safe space for animals. That's what our guest from Cavite is advocating through her animal shelter, the Cat House. The house may say cats, but the shelter is open to all animals, even carabaos and goats. Now joining us live via Zoom is Arizza Dungca, the owner of the cat house. Hi Arizza, it's a beautiful day.
Hi, good morning po. Good morning po sa lahat.
Arizza, like I said, you are living my dream. But what I want to know is what kind of animals, what's that total count? So I think you have around 183 cats and 22 dogs, if I'm not mistaken, unless that has changed since. Give me the list of your animals and how many you have.
Ayun po. Currently, we have 224 cats,
Oh my
32 dogs, 4 pigs, 21 goats, 1 horse, 1 carabao, 1 turtle, and yesterday po kasi may na-rescue na 2 ducks. So, ayun po lahat.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my goodness.
I'm obsessed.
I want to be standing in the center of that room surrounded by all those cats. I
wanna cuddle all
love
of them.
cats. Oh my goodness. What made you decide to set up an animal shelter, Arizza? So hindi lang cats, no? Pati dogs, meron pang turtle. Yeah, what made you decide to, open a shelter like this?
Last 6 years ago po, gusto ko lang i-share yung mga rescue stories ng mga alaga namin. And cats and dogs lang po noon. And then last year kasi, may mga farm animals kasi na ibebenta and i-slaughter. So, awang-awa kami dun sa kalagayan nila. Kaya, humingi kami ng tulong dun sa social media page namin. Baka may tumulong sa amin para ma-save sila. And na-save naman po lahat kasama nga yung isang horse. So nagkaroon tuloy kami ng ng farm animal. So hindi lang cats and dogs.
Arizza, may pangalan ba lahat ng mga
isa.
cats and dogs mo at yung na-name ba lahat ng mga animals na rescue nyo?
Yes po, sir.
Oo,
Mahalaga
dapat
na may
may
pangalan
names.
sila kasi parang tayo, actually dun sa record nila meron silang real name and nickname. Parang
Wait,
Yes,
how do you
yes.
remember all of them? Do you have like a naming convention like Monique from Manila or Anne from, I don't know,
QC.
from somewhere?
Ginagawa mo bang PBB yung animal shelter mo?
Again, sir?
Ginagawa mo bang parang PBB yung animal shelter mo sa naming convention nila?
Kalimitan po yung names nila, derive kung sang location sila.
Ayun.
Oh,
Ito,
yeah.
halimbawa po yung aso, galing kasi siyang Padre Burgos Avenue, so PB. So,
Oh, cute.
So Pulag, kasi po Mount Pulag na siya na rescue. Kalimitan ko lang
Yeah.
din yung isip na link sa kanila.
Okay, so balikan muna natin yung fact that ang dami talaga. Okay, I can't imagine kung ano yung day-to-day mo. Day-to-day nyo dyan sa cat house. Could you describe it to us? Ano yung typical day of Arizza sa cat house?
Actually, kung iisipin niyo yung dami, magulo actually. Magulo, nakakapagod. So, kailangan talaga 24/7 po yung yung paglilinis, yung pag-aasikaso sa lahat. Kasi yung mga rescues po namin, kalimitan sila yung mga dying na sakali, kaya may kapansanan or may health condition. So kailangan po at maghapon, magdamag, may bantay sila. Kaya po nakakapagod talaga kasi may full-time job din ako. So hindi ka agad kakatulog after nun. So maglilinis ka pa and kalimitan po kulang sa pahinga, kulang sa tulog.
Yeah, and besides all of that, Arizza, like I said, this is one of my dreams, but one of the biggest challenges in having all these animals is where to get the money. So how do you fund treating and feeding all these animals?
Currently, I'm working 2 jobs kasi hindi po kasya yung sahod dun sa full-time job. So, 2021 nag-start ako. Kumuha pa ng part-time kasi nag-aaral din yung anak ko. And sa social media po kasi kapag mukhang kawawa po yung hayop, meron namang tutulong. Pero once na na-rescue na yun at maayos na yung kalagayan, bihirang-bihira ka na makakuha ng donation. So, kailangan kahit pagod ka, may sakit ka, kailangan magtatrabaho ka talaga para sa kanila. Parang anak mo rin kapag nagkakasakit.
Right. So typically in a month, magkano yung bill mo?
Sa kabuuan po, kasama yung farm animals, kasama yung food and medical care, aabot ng sa 200,000 yung yung funds na kailangan. Sa lahat-lahat po, kasama na yung utilities, yung shelter expenses.
Alam mo, I can imagine kung gaano kamahal, providing for all these animals. Kasi I have maybe like 15 cats now kasi nanganak yung pusa namin. I have 15 cats and grabe yung gastos. And sometimes people are telling me, bakit mo ba pinapakain yan? They're just stray cats just living in your backyard. And di ba, syempre, hindi mo kayang pabayaan lang itong mga animals na to eh. Now, Arizza, aside from the challenges ng financial, financial challenges of raising all these animals there at your shelter. Ano pa yung ibang challenges na kinakaharap mo? Especially pag nagkakasakit yung mga animals. Hindi ba sila nagkakahawahan? Syempre together all those cats.
Sa amin merong kasi isolation kapag na-rescue. So may sinusunod na parang 2 weeks doon lang muna sa isolation area. And then pwede lang silang maging roaming after ng rehabilitation. So kailangan po bakunado, kapon na, mahalaga yung kapon kasi para yung behavior nila nababago. And kapag may sakit po, halimbawa lumambot lang yung dumi nila, kailangan nasa confinement area na para lang ma-monitor namin kung ano ba yung cause, bakit siya nagtatae or bakit matamlay siya. And mahalaga po na madala agad sa vet kasi bilis po mag-decline yung health nila, nakakaawa kasi hindi naman nila kayang magsalita kung anong masakit pa nila.
Arizza, I'm sure it takes a village to help run yung cat house mo. When we take a look at the people actually helping, mga volunteers, if ever you have any staffers, who are the people that come together to help you run yung cat house?
Yung anak ko po talaga yung katulong ko. Tapos yung isang helper namin, matagal na, si Ate M, siya yung in charge dun sa mga critical po na mga hayop. And ngayon po may dalawa pang additional na helper. Bihirang-bihira po kasi yung may volunteer kasi yung area namin medyo malayo, bukid na. So ayun po, kaya talagang kulang kami sa pahinga kasi kailangan pag hati-hatian yung mga trabaho at iilan lang kami.
Right.
So, sorry, when you talk about, so parang ang hirap ng ginagawa mo, you have 2 jobs, konti lang kayo na nagsa-staff doon sa cat house, dalawang katulong, yung anak niyo po. What keeps you going dito sa advocacy na to, considering na sabi mo nga 200,000 pesos yung gastos nyo kada buwan? Ano yung nagda-drive sa'yo to be able to keep on pushing yung advocacy ng cat house?
Ano po kasi, actually ang hirap ipaliwanag, pero pag nakita nyo po kasi yung isang hayop na naka-recover, naka-survive, fulfilling yung pakiramdam. And pag nakikita mong nabago yung buhay nila, nafe-feel ko na parang sulit naman sulit yung pagod ko. Kahit hindi sila nagsasalita, may sila para ipaalam na grateful sila, na thankful sila. So, yun po yung
But how does the bond with all the animals that you've rescued and what you have around you, what have they taught you with your outlook in life?
Kaiba po kasi, unlike sa humans, nagbabago yung pakitungo. May mga panahon na na nababago yung relationship sa tao. Pero sila kasi iba. So natutunan ko sa kanila na yung magsakripisyo unang-una. Kasi mahirap talaga, pero ituturo nila na nasulit yung mag-invest ka ng love. Kasi ipapakita nila na worth 'yun.
And animals love you unconditionally, no? Lalo na yung mga cats and dogs kasi you're their whole life.
Tama
'Di ba? Tapos you rescued them pa from life out there on the streets. Speaking of which, I wanted to ask, meron bang isang memorable story ka na, na rescue story mo, na one particular animal na talagang niligtas mo talaga tong animal na to from life out there?
Actually, parang hirap pumili, pero ang isa po siguro si Tiu-Tiu, kasi galing siya sa barangay Palatiu sa Pasig. Isa siya sa pinakamahirap na rescue kasi parang raid yung nangyari. Ipapakain kasi siya sa ahas.
Oh my gosh!
Medyo maraming tao yung naging involved para lang mapasok yung compound, para lang ma-rescue yung isang kuting. Tapos siguro po yung isa si Pulag, wala na siya ngayon may cancer kasi isa siya nakamalayo naman po na rescue sa Mount Pulag na may wala na yung tenga niya, naubos ng ng tumor, ng cancer, pero nabuhay pa po siya ng mahigit 1 taon. Sila yung mga mahihirap po na na rescue.
Arisa, what about your wild boar? We are so interested how you rescued a wild boar.
Ayun po si Butchie. Actually, ano po talaga siya?
So cute!
Baboy siya, kaso lumaki na po kasi siya kasama yung dog. So, identity crisis. No, ngayon parang akala niya aso siya. Tapos, so pag nagtakbuhan yung aso, takbo din siya.
Oh, so
So, ano po
cute!
siya, galing sa
So, bakit po, Buchi?
Batangas. So, dapat, actually, hindi naman dapat. Ano siya po parang may plano yun doon sa community na katayin siya para sa fiesta or anumang okasyon. Tapos, inilapit sa amin kung kaya namin siyang i-rescue. So, ayun po, may space naman kami para sa kanya sa farm. So, nirescue namin po siya last year. Maliit pa po si Butchie noon, kaya pang buhatin. Kaso ngayon po, parang kasing laki na siya ng sopa. Kaya nandun na po siya sa labas kasi hindi na siya kasya dun sa pintuan na.
Ginagawa ba siyang sopa ng mga aso?
Again, sir?
Ginagawa ba siyang sopa ng mga aso o ng mga pusa?
Kung yung mga pigs po ay kasundo?
Oo.
Yes sir, opo. Kasundo naman, ang ginagawa po namin pag may bagong rescue, hindi naman sila agad pinagsasama, may dumadaan sila sa parang introduction.
Yes, correct.
Para lang po maging sanay sila dun sa tunog nila, sa amoy nila. Kaya po dun sa compound namin magkakasama naman.
Ms. Arizza, pa-explain naman yung kalabaw po ninyo. Kasi
Okay.
may isang kalabaw po yung na-rescue din po ninyo.
Si Lola Batik po na-rescue siya last year sa Antipolo. 36 years old na si Lola Batik. So dahil patanda na siya tapos bulag, gusto po kasi siya ibenta sa paggawaan ng corned beef doon.
Oh my God, don't tell me that I'm gonna cry.
Ayun po na masakit sa puso isipin na sa tagal ng panahon na nag-araro and nagtrabaho para dun sa pamilya, parang papatay na lang siya. So nakakaawa naman. So ni-rescue po namin siya, pero malaking tulong po yung social media doon kasi hindi po namin mabuo yung amount, malaking amount yung kailangan sa kanya. So nag-raise po kami ng funds para ma-rescue si Lola Batik. Tapos po noon, nag-raise ulit kami ng funds para po ibigay yung mga agricultural tools dun sa pamilya para hindi na po sila ulit bumili ng isa pang kalabaw na nagagamitin ulit.
Oh my goodness. What you're doing for all these animals, Arizza, talagang nakakataba ng puso, knowing that you care so much for all these animals. I wanted to touch on your advocacy on spaying and neutering the animals. Gaano ba ka-importante talaga na ipa-spay at ipa-neuter natin ang ating mga alaga?
Isa pong dahilan kasi sa pagtaas ng mga animal cruelty cases kasi dumadami po yung mga strays. So kung yung mga pet owners magpapakapon sila, malilesen yung magiging strays. Kaya po ina-advise namin palagi doon sa iba na kung gusto nating tumulong sa maraming hayop, unahin natin yung mga alaga natin ipakapon. Kasi kalimitan po yung mga strays, galing din naman sila doon sa mga sa mga bahay.
That's true.
Kaya po kung alimbawa meron tayong mga alaga, mga pinapakain na strays, mahal po talaga pero baka pwede naman pag-ipunan kahit pa isa-isa para mapakapon kasi mabilis silang dumami lalo po yung mga cats.
Right.
Yeah, Arizza, I love what you're doing. But for our viewers and for your supporters who want to help with your shelter, where can they donate and how can they help you?
Ayun po, pwede po silang mag-reach dun sa aming page. Pwede silang mag-donate po in kind. Kung ano man yung pwede na lang i-donate para sa mga hayo. Pwedeng monetary para dun po sa food nila and medical care. Pwede rin naman po mag-volunteer dun sa amin para makasama din nila yung mga hayop, malaman nila kung anong pakiramdam or gaano kahirap mag-alaga.
Arizza, you're my hero and what you're doing is amazing. Yeah. We'll definitely be there and we'll volunteer to see all the animals. We can't wait. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
That's Arizza Dungca, owner of the Cat House.
Now, what can we do to ensure that our eyes and vision are in good condition? Ophthalmologist Dr. Nilo Florcruz will join us live after the break. Stay tuned. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. The country's top corporate foundations are rewriting the rules on giving back, shifting from one-time donations to long-term impact investments in education, health, and financial access. Our Sujin Kim reports on why this shift matters for companies, communities, and the future of development.
CSR in the Philippines is evolving, now digital, inclusive, and transparent. But modernization brings urgent reminders of persistent infrastructure gaps, limitations that stand in the way of equal development across communities. The call is for a more strategic approach to CSR, not just donations, but investments in education, healthcare, livelihoods, and opportunities. Under the League of Corporate Foundations, including Ayala, Metrobank, SM, Metro Pacific, Jollibee, Shell, and Cebuana Luwalier, digitalization was linked to one crucial foundation: access to power.
Because, if you have all of these services that rely on digital, we have many communities in the Philippines that don't even have power, much less technology. So I think a big part moving forward, as we do more digital solutions, we also have to make sure that access to digital products and access to being online and access to energy become a part of the solutions that we look at.
Each year, LCF member companies spend billions on CSR initiatives. The general benchmark:
The recommended is 1% of profits. Because different companies have different overheads.
Meanwhile, at Metrobank Foundation, the focus is on building a seamless education to employment pipeline, a direct path from school to work.
So we have an active push that when our scholars graduate from college, we also link up with not only Metrobank, but the bigger, group of Metrobank companies so that we can also provide employment opportunities for our scholars. So diretso na siya from education to employment.
Beyond scale, the foundation is now prioritizing lasting, measurable impact.
In the Metrobank Foundation, we continually try to refine our strategies and refine our targets so that we can ensure that whatever investment we make in corporate social responsibility, the impact is sure and that we are helping people not just in terms of quantity, the amount of people's lives that we are able to touch, but more importantly, that our work, that our initiatives are truly life-changing.
Transparency and financial inclusion are also becoming core CSR goals. Microfinance provider Cebuana Luwalier plans to introduce blockchain technology to combat fraud, especially in microinsurance.
Infusing blockchain technology definitely will be able to make financial records more transparent, and therefore at least we can be able to obviate or even minimize, if not eliminate, distrust and enhance the integrity in our auditing processes.
Over 54 million Filipinos are covered by microinsurance, making transparency and security even more crucial.
If we can infuse blockchain technology, then we can be able to democratize access to financial records and prevent fraud as well. So I guess it is something that the industry should be able to adopt eventually.
In a rapidly digitalizing world, the message from CSR leaders is clear. If there's technology, there must be power. If there's innovation, there must be access. Sujin Kim, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
We're often reminded to love our eyes. How can we maintain and keep our vision despite age and other factors? Joining us via Zoom is ophthalmologist Dr. Nilo Florcruz. It is a beautiful day, Doc Nilo. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning.
Doc Nilo, I feel like a lot of people really take this for granted. Yung eye care, yung eye health, not realizing na talagang napaka-importante na ingatan natin ang mga mata natin. Can you tell us, Doc, what are the common causes ba of vision loss?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? The top
Ano po ba ang common causes? Yes, common causes of vision loss.
Okay. The two most common causes of visual loss in the Philippines is, number one, primarily is the error of refraction. That's when the people need eyeglasses contact lenses or correction for the vision to become clear. No? The second cause is cataract. No? So the Filipino people are aging. So people develop cataracts. No? It's part of aging. So those are the two most common causes of eye problem in the Philippines.
Doc, I wish we could all stop aging, but we can't. So how does our vision naturally change with aging? And at what age do people typically see these common issues basically come to fruition?
Okay. When it comes to cataract, cataract usually appears mid 50s to 60s, no? It's as the people grow old, no. So the natural lens becomes opacified, and thereby blurring the vision. So it's a reversible phenomenon, and but the solution is cataract surgery if the vision or the patient is affected. No, the patient cannot do her or his daily activities. So that's when we do something about the cataract. Now, when there's another condition that affects us, no, when we grow old, this condition is called presbyopia. This is when at age 40, we tend to bring our cell phones farther as we read it. So that's thereby needing reading glasses. So that's another condition.
Doc, buti na lang isa lang yung 40-year-old dito sa grupo namin.
I experienced that.
But-
Actually, yeah, when Doc said that, talagang, oh my gosh, Doc, I experienced that already. I have to bring my cell phone very far from when I'm reading.
Yeah.
So I really need reading glasses now. When you hit 40 talaga, no, you get that that condition.
Yes, yeah.
Well, Doc,
Our lens, no? When we're young, our lens autofocuses, no?
Okay.
When we read that near. But when we reach 40, bumabagal na yung focusing. Much more when we're 45 or 50-year-old. Yeah.
Doc, I want to ask about lifestyle changes simply because it feels like in this day and age, grabbing screen time compared to what it was maybe 10, 15 years ago. How have things changed in terms of eye care considering na lahat tayo nasa screen? Right now, we're talking to you via a screen. How has that changed everything?
We're all guilty about using our cell phones, our tablets, and our computers, no, at this day of age. So, well, what we advise our patient is what we call the 20-20 habit, no. For every 20 minutes of screen time, you get a 20-second rest, no. You close your eyes, you blink to lubricate your eyes, and also to look at a distant object, because our eyes are more relaxed when looking at a distant object, no, compared to when we're using our cell phones or tablets. So that's the main thing. Our eyes are prone to eye strain and dryness when we don't blink, when we concentrate on what we do, on what we read, no, on what we work. We don't blink that much, so our eyes get dry, no. So we also give lubricants, no, supplements to improve the dryness.
Doc, are there
That's it.
Are there specific signs or symptoms that we should never ignore when it comes to our eyes, and that's when we should know we should go to the eye doctor?
Well, the sad thing about eye diseases is sometimes they are asymptomatic. No? You don't feel anything, and the disease is already starting. No, one example of this is glaucoma. No, you don't. Most of the time, people with glaucoma don't have symptoms at the early stage. No, so my best advice for people is at age 40, have yourself checked by an ophthalmologist. No, for children, entering school, my advice is also have them checked, no, when they start going to school.
Doc, aside from yung kanina we were talking about that parang what do you call that? Yung focusing problem ng mga 40
presbyopia.
Yes. 40
Yes.
years old and above, no, you get that condition. I know that the people with diabetes and high blood pressure, they also suffer from vision loss. Can this be reversed?
Well, the vision loss caused by diabetes is due to the chronicity, yung matagal na, the chronicity of the disease, no? So it affects the blood vessels of the retina and thereby causing visual problems, no? At early stage, it can still be somehow reversed, no? But if we don't do something about it at the advanced stage, we might not be able to bring it back to normal vision.
Doc, I want to talk
Yeah.
about the technological interventions we have when it comes to eye health. There are some relatively older technologies like LASIK that has been used to treat vision problems, a variety of vision problems. But even from a consumer standpoint, mayroon nagbebentang mga blue light glasses because they allegedly say that it helps with dealing with screens and screen fatigue. And even kids nowadays are using mga blue light glasses to try and reduce yung adverse impact of screen time. Just how real, how helpful, or siguro how false are some of these supposed technologies that are supposed to help our eye health?
Okay, when it comes to blue light lenses, our stand is you can have it, no, but remember that the computers right now, the screens right now, are not emitting very high radiation compared to before, no. It's not significant, no. So no, we're not. You can use it if you want it, but use the proper grade, have the proper grade, no, of the glasses. For us, that's enough already.
Yung LASIK po.
Okay, when it comes to LASIK, LASIK is an option in correcting error of refraction, no? Some people don't want to wear glasses, don't want to wear contact lens, no? They're into sports, they're into, they're athletes, they're, they highly functioning people. So, LASIK has been in the Philippines for more than 30 years, and LASIK is an option, not to wear glasses.
Yeah, Doc, I want to touch back on what you said earlier that most of this, when you get some eye problem, you were asymptomatic. So how often should we get checked up and what can we expect during our routine checkup?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. No? So, yeah, for people 40 or for have your eyes checked, no? So there's a basic eye examination, and we check the grade of the eye, we check your vision, we check your nerve, we rule out diseases such as glaucoma, such as disease of the retina, no? We check your eye pressure, and we check your alignment of the eyes, no? So that's the basic eye exam. With the basic eye exam, we're able to rule out major eye disease blinding conditions. So when it comes to age, of course, yeah, at 40, better to have an annual eye exam.
Doc Nilo, aside from these regular checkups, let's talk about yung nutrition, the food, the supplements that you can take to take care of your eyes. Kasi di ba, yung mga parents natin, yung mga lolo-lola, sinasabi nila, oh, you have to eat kalabasa para luminaw yung mata mo. Or carrots, di ba? How true is this, Doc? And ano ba yung pwede nating kainin and supplements that we can take to care for our eyes?
Okay, when it comes to supplements, well, the antioxidants from the vegetables that we eat is already good, no? So it's very important to have a balanced diet, no? Hindi lang meat, hindi lang poultry. We need to have vegetables for us to have those nutrients. No, there's no specific vitamins to the eye. No, if some people are taking their multivitamins, that's already fine with us. No, but there's no specific for the eyes. No, for us, what we advocate is have a balanced diet, and it will give you that's a good nutrients for the eyes.
Balanced diet, good nutrition to take care of our eyes. We got that, Doc. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Ophthalmologist Dr. Nilo Florcruz. Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you. A good day.
Alright, so yung tanong ko dito, ano ba ang Tagalog ng carrot?
Carrot.
Carrots.
Carrot.
I will leave us
don't
with
know.
that. That's literally the only thing I wanted to ask.
Wait, let me
Okay.
Google.
Kasi sa palengke, when you go to the
Tagalog.
palengke, they just call it carrots.
Oo nga, pero anong Tagalog nun?
Oh, carrot! I don't know. Carrots
I
lang.
Googled it. Wait.
Carrot!
I Googled.
Oh,
Wait. Carrot.
Carrot.
No,
Ganon.
that's not. It's carrot. Carrot in Tagalog.
Oh, Asinoria.
Oh, nobody uses
Asinoria.
that. If that's the Tagalog
Asanor-
term, nobody uses
Wow,
that.
that is deep Tagalog. See,
When you
ready
go
na
to
ako
the-
for agenda. ready. I'm learning
Oh,
so
grabe.
much.
Oh, that's all I wanted to do. Chaos.
Ay, nako. Well, don't go away, guys, because we have the best story yet. Michael Cinco, Francis Libiran, and Rahul Larel are only some of the biggest names in fashion who showcase their newest collection at the Marry Me at Marriott Bridal Fashion Show. That story by me after the break. You don't want to miss this. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. While Typhoon Bising has exited the Philippine area of responsibility, the threat is far from over. The country is now at the height of typhoon season, and with the impact of climate change growing stronger each year, preparedness and rapid response are more critical than ever. On the line is Assistant Secretary Rafi Alejandro, officer in charge of the Office of Civil Defense, to give us the latest on the government's response to Bising and, more importantly, how the Philippines is gearing up for future weather disturbances. Magandang umaga, Asek Alejandro. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, good morning, Paolo. Magandang umaga sa ating mga tagapakinig.
Asek, let's start off first with yung mga figures coming from Typhoon Bising. Ilan pong mga pamilya na apektado po ng Typhoon Bising?
Based on our record, we have around 27,401 families or close to 83,000 individuals from 14 barangays ang affected population. And of course, displacement, we have 1,017 families na nasa outside evacuation center. And then, ang inoperate lang natin na evacuation center, 2. And then, very minimal as far as damage and effect is concerned. Meron lang 40 flooded areas, pero 38 already subsided. But because of this re-intensification ni Bising, possible po na magkaroon pa rin ng prolonged monsoon rains sa Ilocos region and CAR, today and tomorrow. And then, of course, pag nagkaroon tayo ng maximum rainfall accumulation, posibleng magkaroon ng landslides or flooding sa areas ng Northern Luzon, specifically sa CAR, Region 1, Region 2, and parts of Region 3.
Asek, what are the most affected areas ng Bising and of course yung enhanced southwest monsoon?
So far, based sa report natin, Ilocos region pa rin, And then CAR, because of the Itogon incident, And then some areas of Mindanao na nahatak kasi yung monsoon rains natin like Zamboanga, nagkaroon ng effect doon. But in general, Northern Luzon po talaga ang medyo apektado nitong bisig.
Asek, let's move on talking about yung general preparedness po ng OCD. When you take a look at the fact na sa typhoon season tayo ngayon, ano po ang mga improvements ng OCD in terms of disaster preparedness kumpara last year?
Ito nga, inaayos natin yung ating pagbibigay ng early warning through our conduct of enhanced or improved pre-disaster risk assessment na ginagawa natin prior to impact of any weather disturbance. So with that PIDRA po na tinatawag natin, nagkaroon na tayo ng assessment, we identify high-risk areas, and we deploy or preposition resources para doon sa mga kailangan, no? In anticipation doon sa pangangailangan sa area. But ang importante po dyan, yung ating preemptive activities to include preemptive evacuation, early warning, ay yun po ang ina-enhance talaga natin kasi, and our coordination of course with the different local government units kasi very dependent tayo unang-una sa what on the early warning, ano ang message natin, anong areas ang magkaroon ng impact, and then making sure that all efforts of government to include local government units are well coordinated para po maiwasan yung waste ng resources natin, and of course preemptive evacuation or preemptive actions to be undertaken by the people on the ground po.
Asek, naging challenge last year in particular yung data gathering and of course damage assessment coming from the field, especially from remote areas. What has been done to be able to address yung data gathering challenges sa mga remote at mountainous communities po natin?
Ito na nga, no? We have different platforms na gusto nating i-integrate yung available data. So kami sa OCD, we establish yung tinatawag na platform namin na Feel Aware. Nandun po lahat ng mga high-risk areas, mga critical infrastructures, and itong data na ito helps in the decision-making ng mga disaster managers natin, lalo na when we do our pre-disaster risk assessment. So, ini-integrate natin lahat ng mga available sources. Tinutulungan po tayo ng DOST dyan kasi meron din silang Hazard Hunter app, no? Na nandun din yung mga data ng MGB, ng PBOX, ng Pag-asa. So, kailangan lang po gamitin ito and magkaroon ng proper assessment on the possible impact. So, anticipatory actions po ang kailangan nating ma-establish dito. Kasi lahat naman ng information ay available na po online and through the database na nabuo ng pamahalaan.
Disaster preparedness and of course disaster response is an interagency effort po. Can you tell us a bit about yung coordination ninyo, in particular with the DPWH and other LGUs to ensure na pagdating ng typhoons, if and when they do come to certain areas, na maayos po ang emergency response po natin?
Oo. Pagdating naman sa coordination, na-establish na natin yan, ano? Under the guidance po of President Marcos and Secretary Teodoro, meron na tayong enhanced response cluster setup wherein coordination is made from the national hanggang local po. Nakalink po yung ating mga emergency operation centers. And then it is supported by another platform na tinatawag ni Secretary Teodoro or namin na Interagency Coordination Cell, no? Lahat po ng agencies nandoon, physical, nag-uusap-usap, checking on one data, one information, one map, looking at one map, at doon po talaga magkaroon lang ng unified decision, mabilis, and implementable sa ground. So yun po, ang aming coordination, ini-enhance natin through the adoption of the different tools, and of course, strengthening itong Interagency Coordination Cell dito po sa Camp Aguinaldo under the leadership of Secretary Teodoro po.
Asek, there have been calls for more disaster-resilient evacuation centers, disaster-resilient, climate-resilient rather, measures to make sure na even with the increasing effects due to climate change of yung mga extreme weather events po natin na handa po tayo. How far are we to ensuring na yung mga current setup po natin when it comes to evacuation centers, when it comes to the infrastructure present, is ready for these changing phenomena?
Opo, we thank the President, no, for signing itong bagong batas natin, yung Ligtas Pinoy Act, wherein it mandates the establishment of permanent evacuation centers sa lahat ng mga local government units. So, dahan-dahan po natin na ina-identify saan ang areas na unahin, no? Kasi we are looking at a situation or a scenario wherein hindi na po tayo gagamit ng mga schools facilities, classrooms bilang evacuation center. So, ang pakay po nitong batas na ito na pinirmahan po ni Pangulong Marcos noong December at kalalabas lang ng IRR na na-approve na po ni Secretary Teodoro ay we identify high-risk areas or priority areas para itayo itong mga evacuation centers na ito. So, ito naman ay i-institutionalize yung nasa budget na rin ng DPWH na meron naman talagang kaukulang budget for evacuation center. So dito unified na po, integrated yung pag-identify and NDRIMC po ang mamamahala para matupad itong mga provisions nitong batas na ito. So on that note, talagang nakikita natin yung priority in institutionalizing yung resilience agenda ng ating Pangulo na dapat permanent solution and the systems should be institutional para po tuloy-tuloy ang pag-build natin ng resilient community.
He is the officer in charge of the Office of Civil Defense, ASEC Rafi Alejandro. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for your insights.
Maraming salamat, Paolo, and good morning to all of you.
Good morning, ASEC. Now that is it for us on Weather HQ. Back to you, Anne.
Thank you so much, Pao. Now, what do the stars have in store for us today? Let's go find out from resident energizer and feng shui master Hans Kua in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! It's a beautiful day with me, Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope for today, Monday, July 7. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, umiwas sa putik at baha. Ingat sa leptospirosis. White at 3. Kay Ox naman tayo mapapansin ang masinop mong gawa. Beige at 8. Kay Tiger naman tayo, huwag mo nang bumili ng mamahaling bagay ngayong araw. Green at 9. Kay Rabbit naman tayo, may makakatulong sa iyo. Unexpected. Pink at 4. Kay Dragon naman tayo, may misunderstanding kayo ni partner. Bawi ka, lambingin mo siya. Yellow at 7. Sa mga Year of the Snake naman tayo, maging pasensyoso sa mga hinihintay resulta. Darating rin yan. Gray at 8. Ito naman! Kay of the Horsey, mapapansin nila sa emergency meeting. Ang galing mo sa leadership skills. Keep it up. Black at 1. Kay Year of the Ship naman tayo, uminom na mainit at saa o sa labat kung barado ang ilong. Purple at 5. Kay Year of the Monkey, it's a good time para magplano ng business idea. Red at 6. Rooster naman tayo! Maikli lang ang tampuhan pag may open communication. Blue at 2. Kay Dog naman tayo, magandang araw ito para humingi ng payment follow-up. Green at 1. At kay Year of the Pig, maghanda ng gamot sa ubot sipon, maaaring maambunan. Silver at 9. Paalala lang, ito po'y patubay lamang ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan ang horoscope of the day araw-araw dito lang po. So it's a beautiful day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you so much, Master Hans Kua. Now, Mo, I know you've been waiting for this moment.
Yes, the moment, not me, we've all been waiting for. The biggest names in the industry had a showdown at the grandest bridal fashion show in the Philippines. I had a front row ticket to the luxurious gala at Marry Me at Marriott, where stars joined the night of spectacle. Now the details in my report. The biggest bridal fashion show in the Philippines got even bigger this year, featuring the works of designers Michael Cinco, Michael Leyva, Francis Libiran, Vanya Romoff, Mac Tumang, and Rahul Laurel. Their latest collection wowed the crowd and tested the limits of what bridal wear could look like. Some even took the risk of being experimental, while others served classic looks. Fashion designer Francis Libiran frequents the annual fashion show, but this year, he turned things up a notch.
My collection for tonight is a non-traditional bride. She's more like a rebellious bride. So definitely she's not wearing white. I want it to be big, bold, sparkly, red, and black. I always innovate myself, in what I'm doing. I'm very bored with doing the same stuff. So what I do is I experiment on a lot of things. So expect more in this show, something different, something new.
Now on its 11th year, Marry Me at Marriott Gala made the wedding dream even more fairy tale-like. Marriott's grand ballroom was set like a movie scene by no less than Gideon Hermosa. Gideon has been a prominent event stylist to the stars for 15 years. He designed the spectacular weddings of Marian Rivera and Ding Dong Dantes, as well as Tony Gonzaga and Paul Soriano.
With 15 years, we've already achieved what I have in goal when I was starting. But of course, like what I said earlier, I really want to bring Filipino style or Filipino talent in the world. For us to show the world also na Filipinos are very talented. We have a world-class tastes and talents.
Celebrities and big names also joined the gala. Some spotted stars include Bel Mariano, Janine Gutierrez, Sara Labati, and Kylie Versosa.
I'm wearing Vanya. I've been wearing her recently. I love her simple, minimalistic design. I can't wait to see what she showcases for Bridal.
Marry Me at Marriott was not only a night of luxury, but a total package celebration of Filipino talent and artistry. It will set a tone in bridal fashion and start the trends for weddings to come. Monique Tuzon, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Wow.
That was so cute.
Congratulations.
Thank
That
you.
was a nice package.
I'm just kidding.
Cute.
I have to pull up Paolo. Wow, that was amazing. Oh my God, I just finished the package. Galing ko.
I don't do that. I mean,
Whatever. Wala akong medal eh.
Humble lang ako. What are you talking about?
Oh, whatever.
Oh my goodness.
No, but then congratulations, Mo.
Yes.
And we can't wait for your the Tagalog version. I don't mind re-rolling that package kapag Tagalog siya.
Grabe naman sa
At
Tagalog
gawa mo.
version.
I'm sure tomorrow baka gawa na yung package na Tagalog.
Oo,
Then we
oo.
can
Meron ba?
watch it again.
Yeah, dapat meron.
Okay.
Pang-agenda.
Okay,
But
challenge
yeah.
accepted.
Diba?
Sige, okay, abangan, guys, abangan.
Oh, wow. She's using Tagalog words.
I know.
Carrots.
No, but then you know what? It's such a spectacle. Like just watching everything on the screen a while ago. And did anyone stand out to you?
Honestly, Francis's collection was so different. Because when he told me it's going to be different, it's not your typical wedding gown, parang more rebellious, I was thinking like Wednesday Addams vibes. And that's kind of what it is. It's kind of cool. So I said, wow. And he said people actually now are kind of steering away from the classical bridal look. So they want something different, which is so interesting.
Yeah.
Galing. Honestly, all of their designs are
I love the whole look of
amazing.
the venue. It's just amazing. I feel like everything Gideon Hermosa touches just turns
Galing,
into
no?
something
Like he can literally
magical.
turn
Yeah.
nothing into something, and
Yeah.
you're just. I was floored when I saw it, and I got a sneak peek. I was like,
Yeah.
"Wow, this is so beautiful! I can't believe I'm in like his masterpiece."
My brother got him to design his wedding.
Oh,
and It
really?
was like, oh my goodness. It was like walking into a fantasy forest, and it was just, wow.
Yeah, let me just say, Filipino weddings, designers, creatives, and everything, we are the best. I'm just
That's
saying,
true.
because like Filipino
Yeah.
weddings, if you compare it to other countries' weddings or continents or whatever, we are the most bongga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can,
Ang ganda, sobrang ganda.
and you can pick.
You could do it now, pero nung ginawa mo last week, oh my gosh.
Pero galing nga, di ba? You can pick even the most bare venue, and then they turn it into something amazing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Tapos in the end of the night, nakakaraoke na si Tito, no? Normally yun yung nangyayari.
That's so true.
Oo, yung live band naging karaoke band.
Oh,
Naging
really?
karaoke
Open
cover.
mic for the mga
Yeah.
attendees.
Yeah, when you get to that point. But anyway, that is it for us today. And congratulations again,
Thank
Mo.
you. Congrats also, Pao Pao.
For what?
On your 10K!
Ay, no, sorry, nakalimutan ko.
Oh,
Wow, sorry, forgot about that. Yeah.
Tumakbo ka na nga, Pao.
Alright, so that is it for
show.
That's it for us this Monday, July 7. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Make today unforgettable by choosing joy and spreading love and kindness wherever you go.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Stay safe and have a great Monday ahead. See you guys mamaya sa agenda. But don't forget, join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
It's a Beautiful Day!